Cheers, VC. What's going on, y'all? VC, the vinyl community. I just realized some people watch these things that don't actually know what the VC is. So, there's the VC, the vinyl community. A bunch of record, music, cassette, 8-track, book, videotape, DVD, Blu-ray, and otherwise hoarders. Collectors. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's LJ. And this is a video for, first of all, it's long overdue VCLT, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And also, it's an update on kind of all things non-vinyl and non-cassette, non-CD, non-8-track for a change. I do have a couple of vinyl updates that I really need to get out of the way, but have definitely stumbled on some really cool VHS music-related scores recently. VHS. So those that say, you watch VHS? I say, you don't? Yeah, of course I do. So definitely turn up some really cool stuff. It's a lot like vinyl. I mean, there's just some vinyl never made it to CD and you'd never discover it if it weren't for vinyl, and some VHS that never made it to DVD, and if it weren't for VHS, you'd never discover it. Plus, I'll tell you a secret, it's cheap. Now, what's playing in the background? This is Depeche Mode 101. Many people familiar with this. This one's a little tricky to find on vinyl, and it'll show up eventually. Just a great live set from Depeche Mode. That here nor there. Now, the VCLT. First of all, I've been doing a lot of trading in VCLT back and forth with Gil, KingsDrummer. And I love Gil. Gil and I have been like locked at the hip for a better part of like 2 years at this point. And just always trading back and forth. Actually, another package came in from Gil today, and I saw you just got my last one. It's awesome, bro. It did get here, by the way, just today. Gil and I did some trades back and forth, and he would show some stuff in his videos, and so I had Gil keeping an eye out for a couple albums for me, and he turned them up when digging. They got here about a month ago. Now these VCLT finds, I shot a live opening, and my camera battery crapped out halfway through the video. That was like a month ago, and you know how it goes, what happens, right? Life just goes on being life. You keep rolling, and time just passes and passes and passes, and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I never showed that. So anyways, first was Sting, Bring on the Night. I absolutely love Sting in this period, in the mid-80s. I think Sting was just awesome. Definitely more of a mid-80s Sting fan than I am Police fan, to be completely honest with you. And this is a live set from 1985 with some killer inner sleeves, great artwork. I had a lot of trouble turning this one up on vinyl locally. I mean, you can go online and find anything, but the thrill of the hunt, man. So as soon as I kind of, Gil had it on his radar, you know, I was looking for a copy and cool labels. And one turned up, and he just shot me a text, and he's like, here it is. It's not expensive. Do you want it? Absolutely. So he grabbed that and sent it along. I've listened to it 3 or 4 times. It's just so well recorded. Great live album from Sting. And second, I had just started getting into Marillion. I know I'm way behind on Marillion. And Gil turned up a copy of Misplaced Childhood. I had found a live album from Marillion, and I asked him to keep an eye out for Misplaced Childhood. Very cool inner sleeve, and just a regular Capitol label, so why bother showing it? And so Gil sent this along as well, and then I dropped the needle on this. I must have sent Gil like 8 text messages by the time it was over, just saying I could not believe the Genesis and the Rush influences that were all over this, and sounding like Dream Theater and just all these prog rock elements. It was just absolutely awesome. Gil, I've listened to Marillion probably 10, 12 times, and Sting probably 3 or 4 times, and they'll keep spinning. I love them. Thank you so much. It's always a hoot, Gil, trading back and forth with you, to VCLT and back and forth with you. Second VCLT. Who knows a YouTube user by the name of CollectorOfMusic? CollectorOfMusic is Kevin, and Kevin's videos go way back. You know, even, wow, I think just before mine, and that's probably 2.5 years now, maybe a little longer. Anyways, Kevin just doesn't make videos that often. You know, life just keeps you busy. And he's one that, when he makes a video, I get an email in my inbox. And I saw CollectorOfMusic has uploaded a video. I was like, no way, right? And Kevin and I have done some great trades and had some great discussions over time, but it's sporadic because life keeps you busy. So he shot an update, he showed some albums, and one of the ones he showed, I sent him a real quick email, and I was like, hey, if you're not planning on keeping it, sell it to me. right? Because I'm looking for it. Just tell me what you want for it. Trade, sell, whatever. I mean, just Kevin being who Kevin is and the guy Kevin is. I mean, huge heart of gold. It shows up at my door a week later. So here it is, and this is just unbelievable. With a note that says, this Iron Maiden album had never been played. I bought it sealed and opened it just for my last video to show that it was on red vinyl. Anyone that collects Iron Maiden knows No Prayer for the Dying, of course, just being from the time period that it is not an easy find on vinyl. So this was an unplayed red vinyl copy, and I couldn't believe it. As soon as I saw his return address on the package when it hit my doorstep, I knew what he had done. And I mean, instantly you just fill up, and I couldn't have sent him, you know, a longer 2-page email just to say thank you so much. And Kevin, this was just awesome. Gil's, a link to Gil's channel, KingsDrummer, is below, and there's one to Kevin's channel too. And I mean, go down, click it, get subscribed. Like I said, he doesn't make a whole lot of videos, just life keeps you busy. I've said that a couple of times. But make sure you get linked up, check out some of his old videos. He has a killer collection, huge. And make sure you sign up to get updates when new stuff gets posted too. I know he mentioned to me that he was going to start trying to make some more videos. Things have changed a little bit, so he may have some more time. Also in that package, this was pretty cool. I had no idea what this was. It's called All Ears, and it's like covered with little CB microphones, which is cool. You see the little realistic up in the corner. And the note on the front said, Side 2, Song 4, enjoy. Okay, well, Side 2, Song 4 is LJ's radio. That's what it is, right? LJ's CB radio. So I was like, okay, I love the campy 70s quality of it. It says, when America falls in love, it falls hard. And then it celebrates in song. So it is with Citizens Band two-way radio, otherwise known as Ears. This album is a real slice of Americana mid-70s. And what it is, it's a hoot. It's like country tinge songs that have all the CB talk in them. On the back, you have terms used by CBers, so 10-9, repeat message. 1034, help needed. County Mountie is county sheriff. So this takes you straight back to like Smokey and the Bandit. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. You got your ears on, Bandit? Huh? There's a County Mountie headed your way. This place is crawling with bears. What a hoot. And this reminds me of, I have the Buckner and Garcia Pac-Man Fever album. It's so true. 10 years later, you know, everyone falls in love with Pac-Man, and all of a sudden there's 10 Atari songs. And this is just all ears. It's all about CBs. The LJ CB radio song, it's kind of a comedy skit more than a song. And this was just really neat. What I dug about this was not did Kevin know I would dig it, but when you see the size of Kevin's collection, you have to stop and remark that he knew to pull this album out. The guy does not collect just to collect or just for sake of collecting. He knows what he has and he knows what he wants. That's a collector. So that was very cool. And Kevin, Gil, guys, thank you so much. That stuff is just awesome. I love it, and I'm so sorry, guys. Forgive me that it took a month to make a new video after that first one did not happen. Thank you guys so much. Now, non-vinyl finds. A couple quick ones. First, here's a couple of books that turned up within the last 2 weeks. First is Meatloaf to Hell and Back, an autobiography. Very, very cool. Really eager. Really excited to read this. I am a Meatloaf fan as far as the first, I don't know, few albums. Those very first few. Bat Out of Hell, the one with Dead Ringer on it, and then the one that came after that. After that, I kind of, I get out of Meatloaf. But this was cool. This turned up, I think it was $1. And also Miles Davis autobiography. I haven't read either. I have to be completely honest with you. With summer coming up right around the corner, neither one of these are probably going to find any real reading time until winter hits or fall hits. But I'm happy to hang on to them until then. And both of those were thrift store grabs. They were, I think, $1, $2 a piece, something like that. Very cool. Now, VHS. Yes, I love VHS, of course, absolutely. And I'll throw some clips in here for you guys. We'll call them video needle drops. So these turn up at yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores. I usually only grab either 80s comedy, 80s horror, or music-related ones. Definitely, I mean, this room will swallow me if I go nuts in VHS. But check this out, and here's a clip to accompany this one. This is Y&T, Summertime Girls, and All American Boys, the videos. Very cool. Total time capsule. I mean, look at that. This is one that Mom would come up the stairs when I was in 5th grade and what do you... Nothing? 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 Boing! Hey, I was a grown-up boy, of course. This is Kiss Extreme Close-Up. Really, really neat. 90 minutes, kind of behind-the-scenes Kiss from the Revenge period in the early 90s. And there's a clip of this one, too. Very, very cool stuff. Lots of different video clips from, I mean, all the way back from Cold Gin, live at the Capitol Center in 75, all the way up through Unholy and stuff like that from Revenge. Here's Grateful Dead, View from the Vault. This is from Three Rivers Stadium. Yeah, I'm reading it. In Pittsburgh, July 8th, 1990. I haven't watched that one yet. Actually, I hope it is what it is. The label's off it. Here's the classic album series, and that's an awesome series. I have some of these on DVD. This is Steely Dan, Asia. Here's David Gilmour, 3 Dimensions in Video Music. So this has Gilmour in concert, Gilmour video clips, and a 30-minute documentary about Gilmour after Floyd. A huge David Gilmour fan. Absolutely love that. And then I stumbled onto, like, the Queen Motherlode. I mean, I like Queen, sure. Definitely. Never enough to have bought all of these. But I just kind of walked into it. And I think some of these are rare, too, or bootlegs. And understand, back in the day, I mean, when VHS was all there was no internet to download crap and no DVDs to copy. Coming across VHS was tricky. So here's Queen, the interview sessions. And this says they've been carefully compiled from rare and private footage of collectors worldwide. So very neat. It looks to me almost like a kind of a UK release. And I haven't watched it yet, but neat. Here's Queen, Rare, Live. Very neat, caught on video. So different Queen clips, including the earliest one ever to be caught on video, 1973 in a London video rehearsal. It's called Queen, Rare, Live, a concert through time and space. This one, again, it's a clamshell, doesn't even have a cover. Queen, 1974, London, England. So it definitely looks like a bootleg. Very neat. And if I do end up getting into Queen, it's usually the earlier stuff I'll play. Here's one I remember sitting and watching on, must have been VH1, April 20th, 1992. This is the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. Check out this clip. Very cool stuff. David Bowie, Roger Daltrey, John Deacon, Extreme, Guns N' Roses, Metallica. Hey, everybody was at this concert. Seal, Liza Minnelli, Robert Plant. And this is really, really neat. Came with the insert for George Michael. This one had me glued to the TV. I remember taping that on a blank videotape when it played. Here's Queen, We Will Rock You, 90 minutes of classic hits live in concert. Queen, Greatest Video Hits. Pretty neat set list there. Looks like it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 20 videos from Queen. Comes with a booklet, which is really neat. And I mean, you know, when these turn up, it's like, just grab them. Just grab them. Here's Queen, Magic Years, Volume 2 and 3. So this is Live Killers in the Making. It's a documentary series from 1987. So this kind of covers the first outbreak of Queen mania in 2. I did not find Queen Volume 1, just Volume 2 and 3. And this follows them through the 86 European tour. Those were awesome. And there's 2 more. Here's Queen live in Budapest. When is this concert from? I haven't watched this yet. It was released in 1990, but it does not say when it was filmed. Not that I can see anyways. Neat stuff. And this one was excellent. This is Queen Champions of the World. It's, again, documentary style with lots of different live footage and such spliced in, and great label on it as well. So, just some cool stuff. For those that dig music-related VHS, I hope you enjoyed that. Books, hope you enjoyed those. If you've read either of those, let me know. You know, drop me a comment. Let me know if they were any good. Kevin and Gil, thank you guys so much. VC, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch you guys soon. Ciao.